Chip and Dale. Hello to all fans of animated series and just good people. In this video, I will tell you the whole history and stages of development of the animated series about Chip and Dale, as well as all their cameos in various other animated series. Well, let's go.
I'm Chip. I'm Dale. A great sensational corporation. We are Chip and Dale.
Chip and Dale are a pair of anthropomorphic chipmunks who made their debut in 1943's Private Pluto. Chip is the brains of the duo and thus is shown to be clever, fearless, and somewhat bossy. Unlike his best friend, he is a quick thinker. Dale is more lazy, laid back, and accident-prone. His bumbling is often the cause of misfortune for Chip, which usually leads to Dale being punished. Chip and Dale first appeared as nameless chipmunks in the 1943 cartoon titled Private Pluto, a wartime film directed by Jerry Geronimi, in which they attempt to use a cannon as a storage unit for their nuts, much to the chagrin of an on-duty Pluto. In their debut short, Chip and Dale more closely resembled realistic chipmunks, and lacked the unique features that would distinguish the two as individual characters. Their designs more closely resembled the non-anthropomorphic chipmunks seen in previous Disney works, such as 1937's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Private Pluto established Chip and Dale's penchant for mischief, their love of nuts, and their high-pitched speech pattern. Their vocal effects in the cartoon, however, were sped-up gibberish and lacked any substantial dialogue. The Chipmunks returned in the 1946 cartoon Squatter's Rights, in which they take up residence in Mickey Mouse's hunting shack. Squatter's Rights was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Animated Short Film in 1947, marking the first award-nominated film to feature the Chipmunks. Following the success of Chip and Dale, the Chipmunks would appear in an additional 17 shorts as foils of Donald Duck between 1948 and 1956. Their holiday-themed 1949 short, Toy Tinkers, became the third cartoon featuring Chip and Dale to be nominated for the Academy Award for Best Animated Short Film, having been honored at the 1950 Oscars. Headlined as the first entry of the Chip and Dale short film series, the cartoon saw the Chipmunks facing chickens after dropping their acorn supply into their coop. Chicken in the Rough was followed by two additional Chip and Dale cartoons, including Two Chips and a Miss, released on March 21, 1952, which saw the Chipmunks competing for the affections of a New York City nightclub singer named Clarice. The third and final installment was The Lone Chipmunks, released on April 19, 1954, which pitted the Chipmunks against the notorious villain Pete. Their final battle with Pluto occurred in the holiday-themed short Pluto's Christmas Tree, released on November 21, 1952. Their final confrontation with Donald Duck, as well as their final appearance in the original run of theatrical shorts, was in 1950's Excess Chips Ahoy, in which they battled Donald over the ownership of a model boat. Prior to, and following the closure of the studio's short film division, Chip and Dale headlined their own comic series. The first volume was published by Dell as part of their Four Colors series, and was simply titled Walt Disney's Chip and Dale. There were 30 issues in total, which ran from 1955 to 1962. The second volume was published by Gold Key and ran from 1962 to 1984. The Chipmunks also made occasional appearances in Walt Disney's anthology series, most extensively as the hosts of the 1959 episode, The Adventures of Chip and Dale. They were also regular fixtures in the Disneyland theme park, having been present since the park's opening in 1955. In the 1980s, there was an initiative to revive classic Disney characters with new animated projects. Among them were the 1983 featurette Mickey's Christmas Carol, in which Chip and Dale are briefly seen dancing at Fezziwig's Christmas party in Scrooge's past. This initiative to revive classic characters would also spawn the Disney Afternoon television block, which found immense success with the premiere of DuckTales in 1987. Following in tow was an action-adventure/detective story following Disney's iconic chipmunks titled Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. The show was initially pitched by Tad Stones to star an Indiana Jones-inspired mouse character, though then CEO of the Disney company, Michael Eisner, suggested the use of Chip and Dale so the show had established Disney characters to work with. The show premiered on August 27, 1988, and has since become one of the most recognizable and beloved properties of Disney's television history. The show also marked the debut of Tress MacNeille and Corey Burton as the official voices of Chip and Dale, respectively, while MacNeille and Burton would go on to voice the Chipmunks. For the following decades, MacNeille will occasionally voice both. In 1990, Chip and Dale starred in their first video game, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Following the finale of Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, however, the Chipmunks were largely absent from animation save for cameos throughout the remaining Disney afternoon lineup, and in 1998's Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. It wouldn't be until 1999's Mickey Mouse Works that the Chipmunks were re-established as prominent characters. For the made-for-TV shorts, Chip and Dale were reverted back to their more traditional depiction of rascally troublemakers and adversaries to Donald Duck. Tress MacNeille voiced both Chipmunks throughout the series run, and their speech pattern were less intelligible than what was utilized in Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Chip and Dale appeared in a total of 4 shorts. Throughout the 2000s, Chip and Dale continually appeared in Disney animated media, such as 2001's House of Mouse and 2006's Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, the latter of which marked the Chipmunks' first appearance in computer animation. They also played prominent roles in other major productions, such as the Disney Squaresoft crossover video game Kingdom Hearts, released in 2002. In 2010, Chip and Dale were featured in a new series of comics published by Boom Studios as a revival of sorts for the Rescue Rangers franchise. Due to poor reception, however, the series ended after 8 issues. In 2017, Chip and Dale were given their own series of made-for-television shorts titled Chip and Dale's Nutty Tales, a spin-off of the computer-animated children's television show, Mickey and the Roadster Racers, in which Chip and Dale played supporting roles as employees of Mickey Mouse's Roadster Garage. Chip and Dale's Nutty Tales followed the misadventures of the titular chipmunks across the town of Hot Dog Hills, particularly in pursuit of a runaway acorn. A total of 18 shorts were produced. And the next project where chipmunks appear is coming out in 2022 called Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. This is an animated comedy adventure film based on the characters Chip and Dale and a sequel to cartoon series of the same name. The film takes place in a world where cartoons live alongside humans, and centers on Chip and Dale, 30 years since the cancellation of their show due to a falling out, coming back to reconcile their differences while they investigate the kidnapping of their friend and co-star Monterey Jack. Well, at this point, this video has come to an end. If you liked it, please like it and click on the subscribe button. And if you have any questions or suggestions for improving the content, get down in comments, because I read everything. You can also watch my previous video. There I told and showed the evolution of Batman films. Bye everyone.